Yo, what's up, everybody? Prince and Retro here with episode 3 for season 2 of Sonic Blast from the Past. And today we have a special guest, and he goes by the name D-Man. D-Man, do you have anything you want to say right quick before we get started?
Well, Prince, I think I'm going to become a lot more famous once this episode is uploaded on YouTube.
And why is that?
Well, because I have 82 subscribers, and quite frankly, I'm not that popular.
So maybe you will get popular.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
So,
Yeah.
we appreciate you being on this episode.
Well, it's my pleasure.
And saying that, I want to thank everybody for supporting our series, Sonic Blast from the Past. And yeah, I want to get into this by starting out the question of asking why has Sonic been so popular?
Well, I think it's what he's brought to the video game industry, because before Sonic, there was no such thing as a fast-paced speed platformer, When Sonic first came out, everybody was like, oh my god, that's amazing! Like, oh my god, I'm ditching Mario for this. I'm not trying to give off any anti-Mario vibes, it's pretty good.
Right, and to add on to that, Sonic has been around since 1991. Now, that's 21 years of consistent gaming, consistent character, consistent shows, consistent cartoons.
Sorry about that. Keep going.
No, consistent cartoons, consistent comic books. I mean, he's been around for so long, and one thing people get latched on to is longevity.
Yeah, and even through the ups and downs, he still is that gaming icon we know today.
Yeah, and the fact that he's been around 21 years, even now, he's better than some characters that have been out just recently, or some figures that have been out recently. That just shows you that people love when a character can stick around for so long. And, he still has ups and downs, throughout his history. But he's been consistent, we'll say that. He's been pretty consistent. His bads were really bad, his goods were really good. So if you even that out, he's been pretty consistent. What do you think, Prince?
Yeah, I pretty much fell in love with Sonic at a young age, and it was very different at its time. Like I've been saying, the platforming, the speed, it just was catchy. The music, and, a hedgehog is supposed to be sort of slow, so just to upspeed an animal in the video game and make them blue with some cool red shoes, collecting rings, it's pretty cool. Especially when Sonic the Hedgehog 2, you get the form of turning Super Sonic. Wow, that's amazing.
Oh yeah,
it's really hard to get Super Sonic and Sonic 2. The half-pipe stages are just a bitch to complete.
Right.
It's a pain in the ass, but it's very accomplishing once you do earn those Chaos Emeralds.
Or you can just do the cheat, the level select cheat. It's easier.
Oh yeah, but it takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, you're right.
But let me touch on a point that you said earlier, D-Man. You was talking about Sonic's personality. Go more into detail about that.
Well, because he is he's the type of guy who always whenever someone needs help, he's always there. He's always a really nice guy to his friends, and he's the type of person that someone can look up to. He's a good role model. You know what I mean?
Right, and he's a hero.
He is a hero.
And everyone knows that fans love heroes.
Yeah.
You look at Batman, you look at Superman. People get latched on to those type of figures who can actually help. Because a lot of people want to be, in life, they want to be firemen, they want to be police officers. Careers that can help mankind, save humanity. That's what Sonic does, and that he's been doing it for 21 years. That's what makes him good. Now, moving on to the next segment. We talked about Sonic. We want to talk about Mario and comparing the two. What makes both of these characters great? Now, Mario has a little bit more longevity than Sonic, but they've both been around for 25 plus years. Well, Mario has. Sonic's been around for, as we said, 21 years. But what has helped both of them been able to maintain that longevity for such a long period of time, especially Mario?
I think it's the good game, the great gameplay that Mario brings, because there's always you're always gonna have fun with a Mario game, even if it's something that you've seen before. You're gonna have fun with it,
Right. So let me ask you this, Prince: is it the platforming that both games have to offer? Is that what intrigues a lot of people?
Well, to me, it does. Yeah. There's a lot to find in Mario World. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, Super Mario World was like amazing. You know,
Right.
as a kid, you know, I played it on Super Nintendo or the regular Nintendo. You know.
Right. Here's what I think of why what makes them great is that in the business world you need competition. What
Hmm.
makes them great is themselves.
Yeah,
Honestly.
they're the greatest. They're the greatest video game rivals ever. The greatest rivalry. This is a time back in the '90s. Sega had their own hardware. Nintendo had their own hardware. You know, they just clashed. It's because of Sonic that there's like this. There was this great rivalry. You know, of
Right.
course they're buddies with the Mario and Sonic and the Olympic Games. You know, but back then, you know, to hear that Sonic was on a Nintendo console, like, no way, that's not possible. You know.
Right. You need to have one. You need to have one and have the other. You can't have one without the other. And Mario wouldn't be what he is today unless Sonic was there. Sonic wouldn't be what he is
No.
today unless Mario was there. You need competition. Which game is better than what? You need to have that rivalry as D Man said in order to be on your way to greatness because like I said, without Mario, how good would Sonic be? He's not
Well, I
competing
don't think.
against somebody.
Oh, actually, I don't think there would be a Sonic because Sonic is Sega's response to Nintendo's success with Mario. You know, so
Right.
if there was no Mario, there would be no Sonic. You know.
I agree. What do you think, Prince, in that terms of competition?
I think it was a good idea. You know, if it wasn't for like D Man said, if it wasn't for Mario, there wouldn't be no Sonic. And you know, Mario at the time wasn't catching my eyes as a younger kid, so you know, Sonic was always the best to me.
Right. So here's the thing. So what do you guys prefer more, Mario or Sonic?
It's hard to tell, to be honest. You know, they both have the really great games. You know, I always love playing Super Mario 64. I always like playing Sonic 1, Sonic 3, and Knuckles. You know, I'll always sit down to play those games. It's just really hard to tell because they're both really great franchises.
I agree. Prince?
Yeah, they're both good in their own ways. You know, I could sit down and go back on the Super Nintendo, or you know, even I still play these games on emulators. You know,
Virtual
I go
console.
back, yeah, I go back and play these games still. So, but I still think Sonic is best. He'll kick Mario ass.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, not bandwagon or not being a fanboy, but which game has since they're both on open platform? Which game, if you look at the whole history, which game has better platforming? What I mean,
Again,
what I mean, sorry, let me rephrase that question. Which out of the two figures, what out of their games, which games have better platforming?
Sonic CD had the most platforming. Mario always has a significant amount of platforming, but I think Sonic CD is where he had the most platforming because it wasn't always just running around. I mean, that you did have that, but
Yeah.
there are times when you needed to explore your surroundings, you know, to find the roboticizers to get the good future, you know.
Exactly.
Right.
What about you, Prince?
Yeah, I have to agree with him on Sonic CD. When I play Sonic CD on PlayStation Network, I see myself really exploring more. Well, I have to agree with Sonic 3 and Knuckles as well. If you really want to
Yeah.
collect all the emeralds and super emeralds, you know, it ties in both with Sonic CD and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And with Mario, I had to go with Super Mario World and Super Mario 3. You
You know,
know,
Super
those.
Mario World has a special world. You need to like really work your ass off to get it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll even throw in Super Mario 64. I think which is probably
Oh,
the best overall environmental Mario game out there because one not
yeah.
only was it in 3D, but it was so much to explore.
It
And
was
Right.
so much fun.
yeah, you know what's funny about it is within a map there's another map within it because it was so much that you had to explore. Not only did you have to beat the mission, but you have to explore to see what's around you.
Yeah,
That
you know, like some stars at first glance you wouldn't be able to get them, you know, because they're really well hidden. You guys know that there's this one level I can't remember what it is, but in order to get a star you need to blast Mario into a wall. I can't recall what that would be. What level?
yeah, it was the second level. It was on the first floor. Where you had to literally blast him into a wall to get a star.
I know,
I can't remember what the level was either.
I know how it's on this first level. It's just that I couldn't remember the name.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure either. But so we do know that D man, you do have some news that you want to share with us.
All right.
Go ahead and share.
Well, for those who for those you for the to the viewers, for those who are looking forward for Sonic and All Stars Racing Transform, Sega today, as we record this, confirmed some DLC. Actually, no, it's a pre-order bonus. If you pre-order the game for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, or PlayStation Vita, you'll get an exclusive track from Outrun and Metal Sonic as an exclusive character.
Oh, okay. So for
Mm.
those who are interested in that, there you go. A little tip of information. And then, Prince, did you have anything that you want to add to that?
No
Any?
news for me today.
You showing any extra news on Sonic Adventure 3? We've been talking about that lately.
I've
I hope
been,
that happens, you know.
I
yeah.
agree.
I think that they need to hand it over to a new developer because it needs to have what's Sega what they did. You know, sorry if I keep stuttering a lot. You know, but they did a game what many people consider to be Sonic Adventure 3, and that was Sonic '06. And so they need to pull off a game that successfully has the right NPCs, the missions. You know,
Yeah, I agree. Now,
Right.
how can they
not
do that though? What developer out there
not
can do
fail at
that?
it like they did. That's the thing. You know. If
Yeah.
it's Sonic Adventure 3, it may or may not happen, so we'll have to figure that puzzle out once if it does get confirmed, you know.
Well, here's the thing, D-Man. Well, since you're here, I asked this question to Prince. What percentage do you think that Sonic Adventure 3 will come out?
Well, I'd say around like a. Well, since the fans are crazy for it, you know, if you guys recall Sonic Boom, they're all like, "Oh, come on, Azuka, man, please make a Sonic Adventure 3." You know what I mean? And
Right.
Azuka was
Right.
intrigued by it, you know. He's like, "We're considering. We're not making any concrete plans, but we're considering it." You know.
Right.
So I'd say it's a 50-60. It's a 50-50 chance.
Okay, and Prince, you said about 99.9%.
Yeah.
So basically, you're certain that it'll come out.
I have this gut feeling, like I really do.
I'm kind of hoping they do come out with it. I think every fan will like to see it. Every fan is expecting to see it. Now it's just a matter of them actually doing it.
Well,
Right.
I'm
So,
sure they will make it. No, I'm sure they will make it sometime. Maybe they'll announce it this year or they'll announce it next year. Who knows? But the thing is, what if they are going to make a Sonic Adventure 3? I want them to spend as much time as possible with it. Take a year to develop it or something because with
Exactly.
Sonic games these days, they need to like spend a lot more time because Sonic Generations that game was really good, but it took them like less than a year to create that game, and the game was really short.
right,
Yeah.
but good and very
Very good,
polished.
very good, but it was really short.